everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a great week so far. Today we are going to be trying to dupe my wish list for a brand new set of collections from Chameleon Nails. I recently saw a video from Trish at The Polished Mage talk about all of these new releases that are coming out from this brand, and have had my eye on a couple polishes from these releases, and I wanted to try and go through and see if I could dupe these. I enjoy trying to challenge myself when it comes to new collections, new releases. I try to see if I can dupe certain polishes for the fact that trying to shop my stash, basically. I'm trying to give myself a chance to use what I have in my current collection without continuing to just buy products just because they're brand new and they are speaking to me. But we have got a huge array of collections. We've got ones that are inspired by spooky season, like Halloween. I will also mention really quickly that Trish from The Polished Mage did a whole video talking all about these polishes, swatching them, so I'll list that down in the description box below. That's where I saw all these swatched, and I'm like, oh my goodness. We have toppers. We have toppers. What am I going to do? So that was initially why I started doing this, was because of those toppers. But we have, I believe, South American Birds is the collection with nothing but toppers. I think there's 7 or so toppers in that one. Then we have Spooky Season, which has a couple Corellis that I was eyeballing. And then I believe the collection called The Witcher is another one that I wanted to pull a polish from. There's so many polishes, you guys. This collection is huge. This launch is huge. I've never seen a polish brand release so many polishes all at once. But anyway, there's a lot of gorgeous polishes for these launches, and if you haven't seen them, you might want to peruse the website just to maybe window shop, if anything. That's kind of what I'm doing. Just trying to window shop and not go crazy. I was like, oh yeah, I could buy these. And I'm thinking, I don't need them. I'm almost certain I can dupe most of these polishes on my list, whether they're 100% or not. I still think I could dupe them fairly well. So go ahead and turn you guys around and get into it. So the first polish that we are going to talk about is called Chilean Flamingo. This is described as being a pink to orange to green iridescent flaky topper. I pulled this one from Sally Hansen. This is the Miracle Gel Glazed top coat. This one has the same flaky properties. However, they're not quite as large and prominent as I would like them to be. The base to flaky ratio in this polish, there's more base, so you don't get a huge amount of those flakies out with this particular polish. And this is what that looks like build up. I believe I did 2 different layers for this one in order to get it to build up. But I do still really like this one. I feel like it's just not quite hitting the mark to be a dupe. The colors are beautiful. The colors are spot on with those flakies. It's just a lot more sparse than I had initially thought it would be. So I went through my collection again, and I found this one from Watcha. This is Fairy Wing. This is a very similar topper vibe, even looking at the chameleon polish in the bottle. This is very similar. This does have the shifty properties. You've got a little bit of micro shimmer in this one, so that's the only difference. So this is what that Watcha polish looks like. Again, this is another great option. I feel like this is very close, but I also feel like it's a little bit different at the same time. This does have those flaky particles, definitely not quite as flaky heavy as what I'm seeing in photos on that chameleon polish, but I think this is still a great option for that Chilean Flamingo polish. Next up, we have Indigo Macaw. This is a special effect topper filled with blue iridescent flakes that shift to turquoise with hints of green. This one was a little bit tricky for me. I struggled trying to figure out if I had anything quite like it, and I don't have an exact duplicate with this particular polish. Immediately upon seeing this one, I went to this by Holo Taco. This is Sonic Unicorn Skin. This one has those color shifts in it, but then I second guessed myself and I wasn't sure if it was going to look the same, and I feel like this one is really close. So this is what that Holo Taco polish looks like, and I feel like they're very, very close contenders for each other. They're a little bit different, and I feel like Flaky Size is a tad different, but I also feel like this is a pretty good spot-on dupe for this polish from Chamaeleon. So next up, we have Quaker Parrot. This is a green polish. This is a topper. It shifts. So for this dupe, I pulled this polish by Holo Taco. This one is called Lunar Unicorn Skin. So this one has those yellow to green shifts in there. I don't know that this has any pink coming through, but I feel like on the photos for the Chamaeleon polish, you're not seeing a huge array of pink. There is a slight little bit of pink, but it's nothing that I feel like I would have to absolutely have in a dupe polish. So I think this one is a pretty good contender. So this is that polish in one coat. This is Lunar Unicorn Skin, and I feel like this is really close. Is it 100% a dupe? Probably not, but I do really enjoy this one. I'm really loving how it looks. So that is Sonic Unicorn Skin as a dupe for Quaker Parrot by Chamaeleon. The next topper we're going to talk about is Toco Toucan. This one is a beautiful polish. This is described as being an orange to yellow flaky topper. So I pulled this one by KB Shimmer. This is Take It or Leave It. This has all of those beautiful shifty properties here that you're seeing. I feel like this is almost a spot-on dupe. So they're describing it as an orange to yellow shifting iridescent flake. With what I'm seeing, you're seeing even like a red to like reddish pink, as you are with the KB Shimmer polish. This one I feel like is as close of a dupe for that Chamaeleon one. The flakies are probably a little bit smaller in the KB Shimmer polish, but I still feel like this is another great option. I feel like if you layer this like what we're doing, you're going to get an even better outcome similar to that Chamaeleon polish. So there it is, built up in 2 coats. I think this looks spot on to what I'm staring at on my computer. This is a great option. This is also a little bit more affordable as well. It's still available on the site. I'll list everything down below, and we'll chat a little bit more about these polishes at the end also. So that's the dupe for Chameleon Nails Toco Toucan. Next up, I think, is the Corelli polishes. I might only have one in here. I thought I had more, but I was really trying to not overwhelm myself with trying to do dupes because I thought I was getting a little confused doing that earlier, and this is, I wanted to tone down my list a little bit. So we're going to be talking about this polish in Evening in Provence. This is a gorgeous polish. It's a magenta base with orange to gold iridescent flakes and copper to green iridescent UCC flakes. I saw this and immediately thought of a polish that I have in my collection. So I pulled this one from Alchemy Lacquer. This is It Only Ever Rains. I feel like this is a similar contender. On the monitor that I'm looking at right now, this looks very, very close. However, I was like, nah, this is too purple. This one leans more purple to me than it does magenta. I feel like this is a straight up purple. Now, again, it probably depends on what you're looking at with like your monitors. So with this one, I'm seeing a purple base. So this polish here in Alchemy, from Alchemy, I think is a great option. The only difference is this has a little bit of holographic sparkle in here. The polish from Chamaeleon does not have anything hollow at all. The flakies might shift a little bit different too, but I still feel like this is a great, great option. And I'm not sure what I was thinking because, again, on my monitor, this polish from Chamaeleon looks like it's got a berry purple base. So with that, I think the Alchemy polish is a great option, but I'm going to show you what I decided to pull instead, just because I thought it was more pink initially. So I pulled this polish from Orly as a base. This is Bedrock Bloom. And then over top of that, I pulled this polish from Coloris de Carol. This is Bronto Ribs. So looking at it on the screen and then figuring out what I have in front of me, I still feel like I'm a little too pink with what I came up with these two polishes. But I'm going to show you guys just what it looks like and you can let me know your thoughts. So this is that combination together. This is a quick coat of the Orly polish, and then I've got that Coloris de Carol polish over top. I feel like this is definitely too pink. Not purpley enough. I swore this one looked pink. Now, I don't know if I got it confused with one of the other ones because these collections that she came out with are so big. I might have confused it. But I think I like this combination regardless. I think this is a beautiful polish. But the one from Alchemy Lacquer, I feel like this is going to be much more of a dupe. This is very close, minus the fact that this does have holographic flakies in it, or holographic shimmer. The one from Chamaeleon does not have that, but I also feel like it just looks more spot on using this polish than the Orly / Coloris de Carol polish. So lastly, the polish we are going to be talking about is called Magic Potion. This is a pine green crelly with a variety of iridescent and UCC flakes that are finished off with a sprinkling of black holographic flakes. In the swatch pictures, I feel like, I don't know that I'm seeing that black hollow flakes with this one. This is gorgeous though. It is a beautiful polish. When I saw it, I immediately went to one potential dupe as a base, and that is this one from Orly. This is Plastic Jungle. On my camera, it's definitely coming off a little bit deeper. In person, it is a brighter, almost like jade green cream. Gorgeous polish. Really nice formula on this one. So this was the base I immediately went to when I saw this photo from the Chamaeleon polish. And then I went through my collection trying to figure out some flakies. So I ended up trying to pull ones that would mimic that almost like blue to purple color in the flakes that are in the photos. So I have this one from Holo Taco. This is Sonic Unicorn Skin. I felt like this was a good option. This one predominantly shifts that purple to blue to green. On the photos, I feel like they're a little bit brighter blue. There's a little bit of difference with their topper, their flakies versus what I have here, but I still feel like this is a great option. So I swatched that and thought, well, I don't know. Do I try something different? I feel like this is good enough, but then I went back and I believe I pulled this one from Wildflower Lacquer. This is Confetti for Betty. I think this one might have messed it up just slightly. I still like how it looks, but I feel like I definitely probably didn't need to go in with that Wildflower polish. So this is what it looks like. This is the potential dupe that I came up with. I still feel like I probably only should have gone in with the Holo Taco polish, but with that said, I do love how this looks. I did also pull out my flaky topper from Rogue, so we used the thinned out version to get those black flakes for this polish. I love it. I really love how this looks. I think it's a great option. And it's beautiful. This is such a pretty combination. I definitely am going to have to remember this and pull this one out because it's beautiful. I love how this looks. So that is my dupe for Magic Potion. So there we have it. That is everything that I have tried to dupe on my wish list for those Chamaeleon offerings. I'm excited. I'm excited to definitely try and recreate some of these looks and play around with them for a little bit. So thanks again for watching. I will list info down below on these polishes. There are multiple collections that are currently out on the Color for Nails website, so you can check those links down below if you're interested in just trying to peruse the website and see if anything catches your eye. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you later.